The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has sought to mobilize traditional rulers in the territory to support the fight against insecurity. The minister made the appeal on Wednesday in Abuja during a security meeting with FCT Council of Chiefs and the chairman of the 6 area councils. He informed the traditional leaders that the FCT administration would continue to demolish shanties, which he says criminals were using as hideouts to unleash terror on the residents. Arise analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to discuss this development, as well as what measures are needed to effectively incorporate the royal fathers into the nation's security architecture. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure being here as usual.
It's a pleasure to have you as well. Just wondering what you make of this call by Minister Wike charging the traditional rulers to help in the fight against insecurity in the FCT.
I think it's a very realistic and pragmatic call. And I think he knows what he's doing. Because this is a former governor who is now in charge of Federal Capital Territory. And security has become a profound issue. And look at the suggestions he made. They are very, very pragmatic. He's asking the traditional rulers to know the people in their area and call them together and form vigilante groups. And in doing that, he made a warning that they should not bring in people who are notorious for fomenting trouble or thuggery and things like that, in the hope that that will change them, because he said that will compound the problem. If you remember the issue of pipeline security and the use of militants to manage it, I think it's borrowing from that experience. And that brings to mind all what we have been talking about, involving the community in policing. Because the police, obviously, do not have enough manpower, intelligence, feedback to contain what is happening, especially in Abuja, with regard to the high rate of kidnapping. And as we talk even of Abuja, I will always be talking about Plateau State. Because the governor declared the curfew there 24 hours ago, and they said 24 people were still killed during that curfew. So the problem is a nagging one. And we are talking of human lives. You see, it will come to a stage when we won't. You see the story on the Mangu killing of 24 people was tucked inside a small corner in a newspaper. Which means people are maybe getting bored in reporting that people are being killed. It is dehumanizing if we get to that stage. We don't value human lives. That was what happened during it last time when people were shouting and people were saying, they have taken that man, they have taken that man, until it came to the turn of everybody. That is the situation now. But Wike is trying to nip it in the bud, and he has the experience, although there is a likely funny side to it. From Port Harcourt, a local government chairman said Fubara was the one fomenting the kidnapping in Abuja so that Wike will be sacked by the government. That is ridiculous and it's not on. But the main thrust of what Wike is saying, I wish nobody has said anything, is that the community, the traditional rulers will be involved. How do they get involved? They will mobilize, they too will have weapons. The situation we are in Plateau State, where even the machetes and the cutlasses that farmers use for their trade, for their farming, they were seized. No? The police for potting or alleging that they were being used as weapons. Whereas those coming to kill them will come with modern, sophisticated weapons. It is not all. We cannot disarm and castrate the local security system and expect people to be able to survive. You see, it is getting taxing and it is dehumanizing our polity, and it's not good for us. We should do something about it. So what Wike has done, the federal territory should be emulated elsewhere, and the governor should take a cue from what he has done. Right.
I remember sometime last year we had a conversation about whether or not traditional rulers should be incorporated in the constitution and the powers that should be enshrined in that. Given the peculiarities of some of the events that have been unfolding across the nation, do you think that this puts a case forward for us giving more constitutional roles to traditional rulers, especially in light of the fact that we're currently not able to fund our police and our armed men to the degree that we should be able to?
Yes, all options are on the table. See, before, my fear was that our constitutionalism does not recognize traditional rulers, so they must bend to the rule. But you can see now, we're helpless now. Huh? Any help from any quarters will be an option on the table for consideration. And since traditionally, people have always looked up to them. If it is this time they are not giving chieftaincy titles, they are coming in now to help us save our lives. So it's a welcome development. If they can incorporate them and even enhance their role where security is concerned, I think it's worth a try, something we should consider.
Going back to what you mentioned earlier, Mr. Sobowale, about what the speculation that was being made about Simfu Bara being, sponsoring what was going on in the FCT, it was reminiscent of what Mr. Wike also said, that he cautioned against politicizing the fight against insecurity in the FCT. Would you like to throw more light on that, about the dangers of taking this direction? What direction? Of politicizing insecurity in the FCT.
See, I said the chairmans, the Port Harcourt chairmans, and the local government statement. I said that was funny, ridiculous. That's political. But the one that Wike is talking about, I will tell you, is that before he came there, they freed prisoners from a maximum security prison. Before he came there, so many things happened. So it's not as if it is on his own beat now that these things are happening. So people should not politicize it. That's my own understanding of the politicization, which is okay. Right. But it's up to the task. I mean, you can see. That is why I keep on saying I like the man. But you can see. He has made concrete, realizable recommendations. And this is charge. Although he even cautioned, he said he has made proposals to the government. They need equipment to monitor people and report people. And said they are not on the ground. But the president has approved. But it will take time to come. This is an interim stopgap measure that traditional rulers, people will see on the ground, should not be chief mourners, but they should help us to save lives. It's worth serious consideration. Yes.
What's the role of our lawmakers in this? Because Senator for FCT, Reti Kingibe, made a statement a couple of days ago that she has been trying to communicate with the minister of the FCT, and they're not on the same page. They have not been able. That was 2 days ago. I haven't heard any report of any developments in that field since then, although we see Minister Wike seeing, local government chairman, area council chairman, and now traditional rulers as well. So is there a role for lawmakers, for senators, for, in this fight? Why do you think Minister Wike is choosing to exclude the senator from this fight?
We must distinguish between the Minister of State, who is assisting him, that is the Reti Kingibe, and legislators. I thought you were asking about the role of legislators generally in Abuja.
Yes.
No, that issue is okay. You see, the issue between the Reti Kingibe and Wike, that's administrative, that's of office. That should not be allowed to disturb. And I don't think Wike is bothered by that. He's doing his job. That is one. The other point, which I misconstrued, but which I will talk about, is the role of legislators. They all live in Abuja now. And they all live there. That's what I told you before. The people are selfish until it comes to your turn. You don't take any action about what is happening to your neighbor. The legislators should not behave like that because they live there.
Well said. Thank you so much. Arise and Analyst Mr. Dayo Sobowale. We appreciate your time and insight as always. Thank you.